welcome back to the shed. So, it's been a little while since I did a video update, and there's a good reason for it. It's been a little busy. So here is the dilemma that I have. So up there is the inside unit of my mini split heat pump. So it's got an outside unit, which I'll show you that out here. So out here, under the picnic table, it's dark out, but you get the idea. It's a heat AC heat pump. So what's really cool about the heat pump is it does exactly what it says on the box. It will pump heat in, pump heat out, and compared to a window air conditioner unit, so compared to a window air conditioner unit or a electric baseboard unit, a heat pump is more efficient than those two options. But a heat pump is not as efficient as a gas stove. And so last winter, my electric bill was pretty crazy because in the house I have half the house on natural gas, half the house on baseboards. It's there was an addition on the house at some point in the last 30 years, and they didn't run air ducts from the furnace. They just put baseboards in the wall. I don't feel like dealing with that headache today. But then I also have the shed running on electric. So for those of you in Southern Ontario, you'll feel my pain when I say that my electric bill in February last year was $500 a month, which was a lot of money. So, simple solution. My shed came with a chimney. So, here we are. We are installing a wood stove that I got off Facebook Marketplace for $300. Now, full disclosure, I am not a technician. I am not certified in any of this. I don't know what the fuck I am doing. I'm going based off of YouTube and bunch of like DIY articles that I've read and a couple conversations with some folks at different hardware stores. So here I wanted to pull up the camera and show you what stage I'm at now before everything is completely hidden. So here's the deal. My wood stove, it is just a very basic wood stove. I had the fire bricks were completely destroyed, so I bought new fire bricks for it. And my gasket also needs to be replaced. There's another video on the to-do list. Now I am doing single wall pipe straight up to the chimney. And now every stove is going to have a little label at the back that's going to tell you your clearances. Now for my stove, that chimney is technically a couple of inches too close to the wall for my single wall pipe. It's about 2 inches too close. And so the solution that we're running with here is cement board. So at the base of the cement board, I've got I propped it up with a 2x4 for spacing, so I've got an air gap underneath. There's an air gap behind. What I'm doing is I'm putting metal studs as my spacer between the wall and my cement board. See, I'm not a complete idiot. I know some things. So these on this side and this side, that is, they were 8-foot runs all the way floor to ceiling. This one is like a shorter piece that my neighbor actually had lying around and gave to me. So the idea is, so the fun bit is this one, there's a stud behind this. So I was able to tie this into a stud behind, and these screws are 3-inch screws, so they're going through the cement board, through there, through the wall, into the studs. So this one, I'm feeling pretty confident about the strength on this one. These two are not on studs because the stud is actually like for too far out here. It's like right there. Yeah, there's my mark for my stud there, which would be too far. So what we did was I went to the hardware store and bought a couple boxes of these 100-pound drywall plugs. Simple plastic basic drywall plugs. And so I've got this metal stud and this one tied into the wall with the drywall plugs so that they are good and solid. And then I'm still going to be going through the cement board through there. And for those of you who know what you're talking about, you'll also say, but Tim, you forgot a piece at the top. No, I did not, my friends. I have these bits here. So what I did, these started out as 3x5 panels. I cut one of them so I would have enough to fill that gap in between the bracket. So like this piece here is going to go up here. So I got these 3 little offcuts which are going to line up, fill in that gap up there. So yeah. Then on top of that, it's a 7-inch at the pipe on the chimney, but it's 6 at the stove. So I bought a 7-inch to 6-inch reducer, and then a couple lengths of 6-inch pipe, and I'm going to be putting on an adjustable telescoping one at the bottom, so that way I can lift it up and move the stove out and then do my cleaning. Excuse me, because you do need to clean your chimneys every year. And this run from the chimney to the top of the stove is not quite 8 feet. It's just a hair under 8 feet. So by getting a couple, like the bottom one that can telescope up and down, I can make sure I get it the right size. So, all that to say, it's been a fun day. So anyway, I will catch up to you later. I'll make sure I post a little video or picture or something when this is all said and done. But safe travels. See you later. Hey there. So it's been a little while, and I have some good news. Our fire break is finished, and I got my new fire bricks into the stove. And now that I am looking at it with some fresh eyes, I am realizing that there's a couple things I'm going to need to do to make sure that this stove is properly usable. I shouldn't be able to do that. I'm going to have to replace the gasket around the window and around the door, because that gasket has definitely seen better days. And this one isn't even there at all. Like that, there's my finger right there. And I might want to take care of the rust, but put that off for another day. But the fire bricks are important because when I got this stove, there was no fire bricks. Like there was the bottom fire bricks were there, but they were like 1/3 of the width. And these ones on the sides, they were only 1 inch above from there. So like, at first I thought this was the kind of stove that didn't even use fire bricks. That's how little fire bricks there were in this thing. This is what I get when I pay $300 on Facebook Marketplace. So, couple little things I gotta take care of. Couple little gaskets. But my fire break is in. All I gotta do is wait for about a week in order for my telescoping stovepipe to come in. I had to have it ordered at the local Home Hardware. They didn't keep it in stock. But otherwise, not too shabby. So, anyway, that's it for me for tonight. I need to go have a shower. See you later.